You guys don't remember? Angel Reese said she was also the draw. Did you guys forget about that? The hottest woman basketball player on the planet isn't involved in the Unrivaled, and weeks in, ratings are down under 100,000 viewers. So where's the lie? What am I missing?
You guys remember when Angel Reese claimed she was the main attraction? Did you all forget about that? The most talked about women's basketball player isn't even part of Unrivaled, and now, weeks in, ratings have plummeted below 100,000 viewers. So where's the lie? What am I missing? The latest ratings report from week 3 of the Unrivaled 3-on-3 basketball league is in.
I want you to keep in mind something. In comparison to the debut week, Angel Reese's debut game with the Rose BC Basketball Club has lost over half of its viewership.
And it's nothing short of a disaster for Angel Reese, the self-proclaimed face of women's basketball and supposedly the biggest draw in the league. Yes, the same Angel Reese who insists she's on the same level as Caitlin Clark, claiming she's revolutionizing the sport and drawing in fans left and right. Well, the numbers are here to shatter that illusion, and let's just say things aren't looking good. For context, compared to opening week, Angel Reese's debut game with the Rose BC Basketball Club has lost more than half its audience. Her team, Rose BC, went head-to-head with the Laces Basketball Club.
That more than half of its opening night audience within 3 weeks. We see numbers of 310,000, 320,000. 3 weeks later, 140,000 viewers for Unrivaled. More than half of the audience has disappeared. Oh no, say it ain't so. This can't.
And considering all the hype surrounding her controversial ejection earlier in the game, you'd expect a ratings explosion, right? I mean, ejections usually bring viral clips, heated social media debates, and endless memes. This kind of drama should have had viewers glued to their screens, right? Wrong. Despite all that supposed star power, the game barely scraped together 140,000 viewers. That's right.
The reason why we watching women's basketball is not just because of one person, it's because of me too, and I want y'all to realize that. Like,
I'm sorry. I can't. She really believes that. She believed it then. She believed that they were started to watch her because of that one game.
Just 140,000 people tuned in. For someone who claims to be carrying the league on her back, that's pretty embarrassing. In fact, Unrivaled has lost more than half its audience since opening night, dropping from 310,000, 320,000 viewers to just 140,000 in 3 weeks. That's not just a small dip, it's a full-on collapse. And to really hammer the point home, let's compare it to another game that same week. The Laces faced off against the Owls, and guess what? That game pulled in nearly 200,000 viewers. No ejections, no sideline drama, no over-the-top antics.
No one is supporting their secondary dump. They wonder why no one is watching pretend basketball. Maybe if they focused on the actual basketball instead of focusing on their weird utopian fantasies, maybe their dump would be upgraded to a polished.
As some people thought it was, or crazy as it sounds, people might actually be tuning in for the game itself, not the off-court antics. If that's the case, Angel Reese and her crew might need to rethink their approach, because if neither drama nor basketball is pulling in viewers, what's left?
We start getting there. Saturday coverage, 98,000 on True TV alone. On True TV alone, but they must not have counted TNT. It wasn't on TNT. It was on True TV only. Okay? It was on True TV only. So no TNT numbers, no HBO Max numbers. Lunar Owls on True TV, 118,000. Missed Rose on True TV,
Mascot dance-offs, half-court trick shots, Free tacos for every fan. Someone better call the marketing team because this ship is sinking fast. And yet we keep hearing the same narrative. Angel Reese is just as big as Caitlin Clark, just as influential. Really? Because last time I checked, being influential usually means people actually watch you play. The truth is, if we're talking about impact, one name is clearly leading the way, and it's not Angel Reese.
Yes, it is unrivaled. It is also unwatched. Look, let's be honest, we can sugarcoat it all you want, but if you don't have Caitlin Clark playing women's basketball, or if you're not the NCAA tournament playing women's basketball, you got nothing. Zero zip.
It's Caitlin Clark. Unrivaled, more like unwatched. Let's be honest here. If Caitlin Clark isn't involved, or if it's not the NCAA tournament, women's basketball struggles to draw major audiences. Angel Reese confidently stated that it's not just Caitlin Clark changing the WNBA, it's her too. But logically speaking, the numbers don't support that claim. Every time Clark steps onto the court, ratings skyrocket. When Reese plays, they plummet. And don't get me wrong, confidence is great. Athletes should talk their talk. But
National championship game, and I've been dealing with this for 2 years now. And understanding, like, yeah, negative things have probably been said about me, but honestly, I'll take that because look where women's basketball is. People are talking about women's basketball, but you never would think that we'd be talking about women's basketball. People are pulling up to games. We got celebrities coming to games, sold out arenas, like just because of one single game. And just looking at that, like,
if you're going to claim you're shifting the culture, at least back it up with some actual numbers. The reality is, Caitlin Clark isn't just boosting ratings, she's shattering records. We're talking about record-breaking viewership, sold-out arenas, and merchandise flying off shelves like it's 1996. And Michael Jordan just clinched another championship. Meanwhile, Unrivaled is bleeding viewers at an alarming rate. Unrivaled started strong, debuting with an impressive 300,000 viewers. That's a solid start.
Unrivaled basketball. Now 190 is better than 140, but both are better than the week prior and both are better than the opening night. We are headed on a downward spiral. Fast. This is falling fast, folks. This is going fast.
A promising sign for women's basketball. But in just 3 weeks, that number has been cut in half. If this were a paycheck, players would be making some uncomfortable phone calls to their landlords. Angel Reese has now played in the 2 lowest-rated games of the entire league, and by the time the next report comes out, we might find out she owns the bottom 3. So how did we get here? How does a league that was supposed to revolutionize women's basketball suddenly find itself losing viewers faster than people drop a bad Netflix show? Where's all the hype, the game-changing speeches, the bold claims about being the face of the league? Turns out, hype only gets you so far. Eventually,
Legacy crosses teams and fandoms following today's win. South Carolina coach Dawn Staley took a moment to acknowledge what Clark has done for the sport.
Just don't want to not utilize this opportunity to thank Caitlin for what she's done for women's basketball. Like, her shoulders were heavy and getting a lot of eyeballs on our...
People want substance, and if you're not delivering on the court, no amount of off-court drama can save you. And the funniest part, Angel Reese keeps insisting that she's part of this movement, bringing new fans to women's basketball. These numbers prove otherwise. Let's be real. Nobody is tuning in for Angel Reese. Star power matters, and right now, Unrivaled is missing the biggest star in women's basketball. Caitlin Clark isn't just another player. She's an event, a phenomenon.
Angel Reese has the 2 lowest rated games in this entire thing. And we might find out about tomorrow that the game on Saturday that she played is the 3rd lowest, or maybe the lowest rated game thus far. But she has the number 1 and number 2 for lowest watch games. 76,000 and 89,000.
The kind of athlete who makes people who never cared about basketball suddenly have opinions about shooting mechanics. Without her, Unrivaled feels, well, unraveled. And that's not just a clever play on words, it's reality. Because when Clark plays, it's not just a game, it's history in the making. We're talking about viewership numbers so big even your grandma knows who she is.
It's hilarious because it's my understanding now, she keeps telling us, Angel Reese keeps telling us that it's not just Caitlin Clark, that she's part of this brigade of women's basketball players that are leading all these new viewers into the WNBA. And I think it's these ratings right here that prove the biggest point. This is more statistical data that proves, no, nobody's tuning in to see Angel.
Without her, those ratings are doing a disappearing act faster than Angel Reese's credibility after yet another on-court meltdown. Caitlin Clark is already a top MVP candidate for year 2 in the WNBA. That's how confident people are in her talent. Meanwhile, Unrivaled is in a downward spiral and nobody seems to know how to fix it. And let's talk about Angel Reese's recent ejection, not just any ejection, a record-breaking one. In just 3 weeks, she became the first player in Unrivaled history to get thrown out of a game. Not the first to hit a game winner. Not the first to drop a triple-double. The first to get booted.
Clark is somebody that is going to probably, she's going to, I would say, be, in my opinion, the second favorite for MVP. I think she is going to be the second favorite for MVP in the WNBA. That is how confident I am in Caitlin Clark's year 2. And we've seen a lot.
And the most ironic part, the moment she was gone, her team actually played better. Instead of falling apart, they looked sharper, more focused, and they won. How does that happen? How do you get ejected from a game and instead of your team struggling, they suddenly look like championship contenders? That's got to sting. The truth is, Angel Reese isn't lighting up the scoreboard. She's averaging 7 points a game, maybe 8 rebounds on a good day. That's not superstar material. That's a role player's stat line. You want to be in the same conversation as Caitlin Clark? Maybe start by putting up numbers that make people pay attention for the right reasons. At this point, Angel Reese's biggest claim to fame isn't her scoring, her defense, or her rebounding. It's getting ejected faster than a bad Tinder date.
Yesterday, how in the hell could y'all call for the coach to get fired when she got 4 points in 8 damn minutes, bro? She had to get benched. She's been playing bad the whole time she's been at Unrivaled.
And that's not exactly something to brag about. Meanwhile, Caitlin Clark is out here living like the main character in a sports movie. Her college jersey just got retired. Arenas are selling out like NBA Finals games. And the Indiana Fever is making big moves.
Reese may be playing in the league, but who wants to see a goofy 6'6" woman miss layups? Not I.
Speaking of... Clark is sitting back, getting ready to take over the WNBA, while Angel Reese is still grinding it out in Unrivaled, playing in front of shrinking crowds every week. The reality is simple. One of these women is the face of the WNBA.
Rose BC are 1-4. I mean, this team is disastrous. And let us not forget, after the All-Star break, the Chicago sky melted down last year as the double-double streak rose. All right, rose up out of the ruin.
And the other is struggling to remind people that Unrivaled even exists. So how much longer can Angel Reese pretend she's on the same level as Caitlin Clark? Because the numbers don't lie. The impact doesn't lie. And when you strip away the talk, the drama, and the antics, only one thing matters. Who can get people to care?
We talk about this all the time. We do. I don't know what it is. She gets ejected, only plays 7 minutes, and her team wins. I mean, how does that happen? She had 15 rebounds. It just so happened she had 5 offensive ones, and she missed 5 shots. I'm just throwing that out there. But wow. Okay. Yeah, I don't know why that happens. But the less she plays, the more successful her teams are.
Remind people that Unrivaled even exists. So how much longer can Angel Reese pretend she's on the same level as Caitlin Clark? Because the numbers don't lie. The impact doesn't lie. And when you strip away the talk, the drama, the antics, only one thing matters: who can get people to care? And right now, it's not Angel Reese. Do you agree?
It's crazy to me that Angel Reese caught herself in this position at Unrivaled, bruh. She's the first player ever in Unrivaled history to be tossed from a damn game. Dog, she got to lead by example. Did she just get a McDonald's deal? This is what people, like, young ladies have to look up to Angel Reese, bro. And she's not leading by example.
The funniest part about these ratings that they put out, I mean, God, TNT Sports must be dizzy with the level of spin they're trying to give this thing. And Front Office Sports tried to spin it too. No, the ratings are bad. All right, the ratings are bad.
Like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss out. Click the video on your screen, and we'll see you in the next one.